Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
All right, let's get them all out of the way, all the cliches. Hey, how about those commercials? Oh, my gosh. Hey, what a game it was. Yeah, all right, fantastic. Hey, wasn't Kendrick Lamar great? Yeah. You know, the anthem was Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
You're leaving out my favorite, Mike. What about Tom Brady's watch?
Yeah. Tom Brady's watch, was that included in it? I didn't even know
a lot of people were talking
I
about
missed that one.
$875,000 watch he was wearing.
Patek?
It was a Timex. No, I don't know the brand. I'm sorry. I'll find out for
Bummer.
you.
Bummer.
I have it here. Hold on.
Oh, I'd love to know.
No, and I'm pulling up a picture of it for you, Mike. I know you love watches.
I love watches, and especially watches that I will never be able to wear. I love that. I dig that. I loved Jay-Z's watch at the...
You know what?
Oh, that's an Arnold & Sons, I think.
It's a $740K.
It is.
Or it's a blinged-out Rolex.
It is a Jacob & Company.
Jacob & Company, not Arnold & Company. Jacob & Company. Oh, he's a dink.
And the problem is he was
Sorry,
dressed...
I don't like Jacob & Company. They're too blinged out.
Brady looked really classy, like Cary Grant.
He did a good
classy.
job too. He did a good job.
Yes.
So
And then he goes up, he shows up, and he's got this watch screaming. Looks like a broken Philadelphia spotlight on his wrist.
Jacob & Company is the blingiest of the bling. They have the Billionaire, I think it's called, which is a $3 million watch.
Well, that's sort of false advertising, isn't it?
Yes, this is true. But it's amazing what they do. They hand pick all of these like yellow diamonds, and they put them in, and it looked like those were. Can I see it again, real quick? Because they take multiple years to select the stones, the specific stones that go in there. And I've watched a couple of the videos on how they make these watches, and those appear to be yellow diamonds.
I wonder what time that picture was taken.
You don't care. I know. I do.
Care. Well, you know what? What I care about.
But they take a lot of time, and the stones themselves are where I think the money comes in, the value of the stones.
And, Rob, it doesn't even tell the time. It's just a piece of jewelry.
Well, no, but it said it was 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you think Tom Brady knows how to read those hands?
Oh boy.
Stop
Hey, jealous Baltimore fan. So getting to
look at that watch. He don't know how to tell the time.
I don't think I can read that.
Before we get to the issue of the day,
yes,
we promoted something on Friday's show, which we just mucked up entirely because we did things on the fly where we should have had a meeting beforehand to talk about it. But the end result is something very, very special. And that was our puzzle. We did our puzzle reveal on the bonus show. Right. And what's that?
Nobody got the puzzle right.
Oh, nobody got it right.
Right.
I thought they did get it. I thought
they got the puzzle right, but then you changed the event.
Yeah, the event because we had to, because the event was a Cinco de Mayo event, and we realized
that's some shifty Jacob watch stuff you did there, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
and I think it fell on May 3rd, which couldn't be further. A whole 2 days.
48 hours.
48 hours away from Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
But I didn't point this out, but somebody, I think Josh did, that it's the Kentucky Derby Day.
I think
May
a listener
3rd.
made a comment.
A listener made a comment that May 3rd is the day we are going to be at this particular joint. And I am here. I don't have any copy in front of me because once again, we're sort of prepared, but not quite prepared about
there's
the
some
big
details
show.
On the graphic.
Well, let's bring up the graphic, and then, Rob, hit that music because we are going to the Mike O'Mara Show Derby Party.
Yes.
Saturday, May 3rd at what time?
I wrote 6 p.m.
No, it's 5 p.m.
It's 5 p.m.? All right. The Derby starts at 6:57.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to be there.
So we'll get there around 5.
We'll be there at 5. Let's have a little pre-Derby fun.
All right.
It's Camptown races. Stop it. Stop.
Don't you love a great piano player? Mike, you thank your lucky stars I'm not playing the vocal. Unless you want to hear it.
No, I don't want to hear doo-dah, doo-dah. Thank
Well,
you.
it's funny because when this guy sings it, he says doo-dah.
The Mike O'Mara Show Derby Party, Saturday, May 3rd, 5 p.m. You can change that, right, Josh?
It'll be changed in 2 seconds. Yeah.
At Jimmy's Old Town Tavern. Come meet Mike, Rob, Josh, and the TMOS family. Somebody over the weekend said incorporate Josh into the opening of the show, the intro, the Dude Walker intro. We can do that, too. I know, I think it was Jolene White that requested Josh be featured in the opening with Mike. Josh participates enough. Please, can we make that adjustment?
Yeah,
and,
I don't want to bother. I don't want to bother dude, so I'll just say it. Here's Josh.
Do you want to like force it in there when you when it's like Josh Roca with your highest voice? Very exciting. Very exciting. May 3rd, Saturday. We're going to be up in Washington, D.C., just outside of Washington,
You're
D.C.
traveling for the show.
In the scenic mecca of Herndon, Virginia, not to be confused with Reston, Virginia, a planned community, as
Right.
my old radio partner Don Geronimo used to say. We're going to be in Herndon, Virginia. Site Herndon, the very, very, very first radio job I had, real radio job I had was in Herndon, Virginia.
WOHN.
Great memory, which
Thank you.
became format change. My very first one. I should have known it would end my career. It certainly started my career.
Well, did it start as country when you were there?
No, it started as what do they call it? Adult contemporary.
And
that
then
was
it switched to
WOHN.
country, huh?
Yeah, and then it's right.
Yeah.
And it was Virginia's best country.
It wasn't.
WVBK.
I liked my 105.9 Kicks 106.
Yes, Kicks
Before.
Country, trying desperately to compete with a station called WMZQ, which was the gold standard for country music.
because of Jim London.
Look at that.
And there you go,
5
5
p.m. Look at
Hey,
that.
yeah. It's
Hit
got
hit
updates.
the
Up to that.
ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. The podcasters are at the track.
Now, Mike, some
It's
people
the
may
Mike O'Mara Show Derby Party.
some people may think that the title lacks sizzle, and I disagree. But Josh wanted to improve it, so he went to ChatGPT to help us name the party.
Okay.
Something clever,
Yes.
and because Josh
Right.
and I put our heads together and came up with that, and we said
Well,
we
I'd
can
already
probably
named
do
it.
better.
Yes, you named it, and we thought maybe we could come up with something funnier.
Well,
Right.
see, I don't like
Clearly-
that. That to me
clearly
sounds
we
like
could not.
mutiny. That sounds like mutiny to me. That sounds like you two are just putting your heads together and trying to overthrow the government. Well, I want to hear the chat.
One text does not a mutiny make.
Nah,
Well, let's see. We've got the O'Mara Invitational,
no,
the-
not appropriate.
the Don't Get Happy Hour Derby,
No.
the TMOS Run for the Robs.
No. Well, that's horrible.
No, they're all horrible. The Horsing Around with TMOS, which sounds like a TMOS extra we can do around this.
It sounds like a
And
PG-13 thing.
and my old Kentucky S show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
So
since
that's why we are the Mike O'Mara Show Derby Party.
So, DC people, get ready to head on down to Jimmy's, and we will see you there May 3rd. We'll be there at 5 o'clock, and we'll be there all the way through the Derby, and then we will get into our Ubers and beat feet. Yes,
We
go
will
ahead.
come up with a way to gamble. on
Yeah,
the
I
race.
mean, they'll be
We'll figure
probably
that out.
but Jimmy's great at that. So
He is.
Jimmy will have something that we'll piggyback on. And what was the other thing I was going to say about that? The Derby party. Oh, okay. And here's the most important thing. And
Yes.
this does not involve gambling, though. The best hat for our Derby party will win a TMOS prize pack. And we will have TMOS swag on the premises for you, and doing whatever little hoary things we do to contribute to our bottom line here at the Mike O'Mara Show. So, but make no mistake. Now, we will take finery of any kind, but hats, while not required, if you show up with a spectacular Derby hat, and I'm thinking really.
Well, I have technically a derby hat.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not talking about you. We're talking about our listeners, okay?
Well,
We're not talking about the derby that you already talked about last week. We're talking about people wearing hats.
Are
nice
you going to wear a
hats.
hat?
Of course I'm going to wear a hat.
Do men traditionally wear hats as well?
I don't think so. That's where we are going to be trailblazers.
No, I've seen a host of fedoras and straw boaters down at the down in Louisville. That's a good hat, though, but it needs a feather. If you really want a derby hat.
Where would I put? Oh, I could put a feather in the little strap in the
and
back.
call it macaroni.
And a straight feather, like Larry Storch.
Yes. You know what would be
stream
great?
of consciousnessing today. This is a Monday show, everybody.
That's not going to be your hat. That'll go to someone else.
Yeah, well, this goes to someone else on Valentine's Day for those hundreds of videos.
We've got a couple more entries.
Okay, do you? Well, let's not mess up the message.
No,
we can do that
we'll
in the
get to
second
them
break,
later in
the
the show.
third break. But I do want to do that today because it's around the corner.
You know what would be a great feather for that hat, Mike? Would be one of those fancy quill pens that they like when you sign a wedding guest book.
Oh, like a feather that you would see on a musketeer.
Exactly.
Right?
And then,
The big...
and then what happens is when it comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, Mike O'Mara, I would love your autograph," and you go, "Ha ha," and you pull the feather out and you sign.
Here's the cool thing about the hat contest. That we are not, this is because we are politically correct more than anything. We are a genderless show here, all right? We don't label people.
It explains
we really
a lot,
don't,
really.
Which means that men wearing women's hats strongly encouraged. As a matter of fact, I would almost go so far as to say at the Derby party, May 3rd at 5 p.m., I would urge all men to wear ladies' hats. And you know what?
Just hats.
How about we have the ladies' hats contest? Which will require men to go out to you can find these hats in any department store. You really can. And acquire a ladies' hat.
The oldest man thing you have said in
But it's true. If you really want to find a lady's hat,
right,
you go to a department store.
Don't go to a box store for that.
Box store won't have them.
No, they might have a boonie.
Or will they? Wait, would a Target or a Walmart have a lady's hat?
I think it would be your supplies would be very limited. Your choices would be limited.
So I think we call it the ladies' hat contest.
Okay.
That can be worn by men or women. That, to me, I'm already enjoying that. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, not a man's hat, because that'll be, you know what it'll be? It'll be a series of lame ball caps.
Well, no,
like
I see. It looks like the traditional men's Kentucky Derby hats are more of the fedora or the flat brim.
Boring.
Yeah, straw boater.
Yeah, totally boring. So it doesn't have. So it's.
So you got to buy a new hat, Jim Amato. That flat top straw boater isn't going to fly.
It's going to be our ladies' hat contest. Welcome to both men and women, and that's how I want it phrased. If we can make a mental note of it, jot it down. Our ladies' hat contest, worn by both men and women. Oh, now you see, you're already enjoying it, aren't you?
I am very much.
That's, as a matter of fact, I might go on to say it's the race will be a sidelight. That will be the real gambling.
It's
but
gravy,
the hat
though.
contest.
The hat contest is good.
And we'll do it 1 hour before the race at about 5:45.
I was also thinking maybe if everyone behaves, the return. We haven't done it there in a while. Is the return of old Queen trivia?
No, you're mucking it up.
You don't want to do like a little contest for something?
No. We're gonna mingle. We're gonna have two things. We're gonna have the party. We're gonna have the hat contest and the welcoming and all that. Old Queen trivia. You save that and make it special for the next time we're out and about.
All right,
that's what I think we should do. The ladies' hat contest is going to be sufficient. And by the way, this is not excluding the ladies.
No,
but I would venture to say
if
you have a slightly portly man that goes up against a lady with the same hat. I mean, come on now, right? Come on, especially if you. Here's what I picture. Jimmy's has a wonderful kind of old school entrance to his joint. It's on the corner of Eldon Street
and Spring
Street. It's kind of an old school location, right? Like a saloon location.
It's like 200 years old, the building.
And it's been there a while, as Rob said, and the picture, this is my picture. We're sitting there, and You just see men in delightful, massive hats
Yes.
walking into Jimmy's from all over, from all the little parking areas that they have there for the TMOS Derby party. This is really going to be. I like it. Sometimes when we create, it motivates me even more. And as I'm creating, there's a little horse race. We can't ignore that. Horse racing's fun to watch because you don't need the audio. You don't need anything. You can watch it on the giant screen at Jimmy's. But the hat contest. Mm-hmm. I mean, now I'm talking fantastic. I think it'll be special.
Seeing all these men walk in with big hats ready for the Derby it's gonna look like a Hogettes reunion.
It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be absolutely spectacular.
The entrance that Mike is describing does have double doors, so you can have a very wide hat.
Yes. Yep.
And you won't be
wider the better, I might say.
Yeah, and you know what? I guess some points for a proper fit, but that's really not what we're looking at.
But it'll be audience applause, which is the best way to judge these contests, and I think that'll be. I mean, I'm already enjoying it. And by the way, to make it even more special, even though he is the proprietor, and I think he should have an equal chance of winning compared to anybody else.
I agree. And
Jimmy Cerrito, you are welcome.
Favorite, yes.
Yeah, you are welcome to join the party. Now, the only people that can't participate, but we can wear hats, Rob, Mike, and Josh.
Right.
We wear hats,
I would
but
say
we will
our
not
wives
be
as
involved.
well.
Not excluded.
Yeah, I'd have to exclude the wives.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Carla's going to be able to make it up there. So I'm not sure, but I think that's right. I think all people associated with the show that participate in the show, not eligible. The only person eligible, the proprietor, the man who is welcoming us with open arms, making it possible for us to get up there and do this show. In Rob's case, to drive over from Leesburg. Rob has the shortest commute to this live show, but we haven't been in D.C. in, God, how long? You would know better than I would, right? As far
Twitch's
as how long
funeral almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
almost exactly, as a matter of fact.
And that was not a good occasion to join our friends up in D.C. So it's nice to be up there. Mark it on your calendar. May 3rd, we will see you in 3 months. It's going to be great. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Are you all staying at my house?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert said I can use his bed.
Oh, that's very nice.
Not sure you want to use that.
No. No, I'm not sure where we're going to be staying.
I've looked at some Airbnbs.
Oh, that's right. There are probably some.
There were some affordable ones up there
right now. What the heck?
Make sure it's not my Airbnb ad, because then you just end up at my house anyway.
Well, then I need a discount.
Carla's getting involved in this. Hold on, just
in what way?
No, we already settled. Show meeting's over.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Ladies' hat.
We need to start thinking about what hats we want to be made to take to Jimmy. So she's actually doing a little business meeting. Carla, I'm taping the show right now. Please.
But apparently she's very much planning on coming, which you did not know. No.
She was talking about another promotion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's talking about hats being made. She's not. But I think maybe
she's talking
is
about making some money.
She's
Selling
she's
stuff.
always thinking about.
See,
that.
my
She
initial
is.
thing, and I jumped to conclusions, which is that she's so excited that she's going to go to a milliner and have herself a hat.
No,
made.
you got the wrong kind of hat. You
I
gotta
understand.
Realize,
I'm with you.
You got to realize how many like open canvases we have around the casa. But there'll be a custom hat for the event too. So that's a different hat. But I'm excited about that. I love Josh. Can you put that graphic? I really love that. I really absolutely love that graphic that you put together.
I was thinking of throwing this up on a shirt. And
That
doing
is
some
really,
pre-orders
really
for
nice.
people that want them.
I like that
is
color too.
right.
That sort of
I
cream
love
color.
the color scheme. There's something about it that just screams May and the Derby, and it's going to be great. Run for the Roses coming up on May 3rd. We're going
And
to
a
be
lot
there
of
at
people don't
Jimmy's.
know this. That is Josh on the horse.
That's the outfit I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So there it is. That's all you have to worry about. Just be there for the Derby. We'll have some way to for you to win. We'll have TMOS swag all over the place for you to acquire. And the prior to the race, the TMOS ladies hat contest.
I'll go out on a limb, Mike.
Open to
You
men
come-
and women.
If you come and join us on May 3rd at Jimmy's at 5 p.m., there's going to be 5 big ways to win big. You can't miss. There's so much going on. You will go home with a prize.
Where are these prizes coming
What's
from?
he doing here? I don't.
What
I don't
are you talking
understand.
about?
What are you doing?
Creating
Are you just
excitement?
opening your mouth and seeing what comes out? Is that
No.
Is that what you're
no,
doing?
but I mean, between the contest,
You know,
and the
I'm sitting here
gambling and
trying to
everything,
really make my living. I really am. I'm desperately trying to make my living.
What am
here.
I doing? Making butter?
You're making your bull***ing is what you're doing. So that's if you want to know what
Right.
it really
no
is.
promise of 5 prizes, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
No,
Stop
I
it.
never said prizes.
Stop
I
it.
just said 5 big ways to win big.
Which is a cliche.
It is.
So you're doing everything I hate you doing in one fell swoop. You know.
Well, at least it's out
Embrace
of the
the
way.
hat contest. It's based on you. I think of
I
you.
know. I
It's-
love the hat contest.
Yes, right. That's fine. That's fine. But don't just say something that's meaningless, you know? That's like when you say plenty of surprises. You don't know if there are any surprises when you say that.
By the
You
way,
cover your ass by
there
saying there'll
won't be
plenty
any
of
surprises at Jimmy's. None.
I think since we cannot win, we should not be wearing ladies' hats. The 3 of us should be dressed up as jockeys.
Now now everybody's coming up with ideas. Now everybody is
If the announcement's dragging on, it's going to be more ideas.
This is true. So, but yours is better than the 5 big ways because Rob didn't have anything concrete there. But you're suggesting that we wear, what are they called? Silks?
yeah,
This
but Mike,
outfit.
I have a feeling that it's going to be hard to find jockey silks in my size because the jockey is not
Which now
known-
makes me want to see you in them more.
Sorry,
I
buddy.
bet you could find them. I bet you could find them. Why you say sorry? What's the matter?
No. Well, then you would have to wear them too.
I would. If you wore them, I'd wear them, and Josh would wear them.
I'll
And
have
we'd
to go
have
to
to
the-
have different silks.
Yeah, different colors.
As a matter of fact, I'll put you on that, Mr. Spiewak. Find us some silks in 3 different colors. If it's not prohibitively expensive, the show can provide us with the outfits, or ask Cerrito if he wants to pony up for that.
Well, he'd
Get
want
it?
to keep
Pony up.
He'd want to keep one of the outfits for a wing something.
Yeah.
When he shows up, he'd
It's
call
gonna be
himself a
fun.
wing jockey.
It's already fun. We're just doing this on the fly. But on Friday,
What
it
color
was
would
a
you like?
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, look at that from the Fun Shack.
By the way, put that up again, please. That's my pose in the middle.
Yeah, it
That's
is. With the
You gotta
riding
get
crop.
the video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get yourself a YouTube video of this today. One
My
more time, please.
Sexy silks.
That's me in the middle.
Yeah, it is right there.
Hi.
Video is always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
MikeO'MaraShow.com, YouTube, anywhere you anywhere fine videos are sold. Should be fun. All right, that's enough of that. Now it's on to the letdown. Another one. There have been many of these in
Sure.
the history of the Super Bowl. Another Super Bowl, another letdown. I think there was a time when I came in here saying I would not watch the game. Like so many people say, that's like saying when your presidential candidate doesn't win, you're going to move out of the country.
Right.
You say
It
it
is.
because you want to be dramatic about it, but you don't. You don't really do that. All right.
Right.
So the same thing with I'm not going to watch a minute of that game. But as it gets closer, curiosity takes over. And I'm here to say, as far as the interest level, outside of being at a party where there would be much revelry,
Sure.
sitting in front of the screen, my interest level was as minimal as possible. But at the same time, I wanted to watch the game with my family. My wife had arrived about midnight the night before from California from her business trip. So it was a day of rest. We were just chilling out. And my son, earlier in the day, had a friend over. So we weren't doing anything.
That's how Sundays should be, a day of rest.
Nor were we invited to anything. I didn't have any opportunities this year to go anywhere, which was fine with me. So it was just sit and watch. And I am very proud to say this, that I did not watch 1 minute of pregame at all. I did not tune in until the national anthem. Wrong. America the Beautiful, which I thought was spectacular with that New Orleans style of singing. The
So
anthem,
you tuned in too late to see Lady Gaga.
Where was Lady Gaga?
She was there?
The top of the 6 o'clock hour, she did a song on Bourbon Street, and it was great.
Didn't have the pleasure.
Oh,
She's
I did
great,
see
though.
that. I didn't know that was Lady Gaga.
Didn't have the pleasure.
Oh, they didn't put it on the score bug for you?
They
Didn't
put
watch
anyone-
one talking head. Did not watch one analyst. It was a blessing.
How were you
to
able
ignore
to follow the game without Gronk's insight?
I know. Oh, it's funny you mentioned this, Rob.
Why?
Because as soon as I turned the game on at 6, I think it was like 6:29.
Yeah.
It was a Pizza Hut commercial with Gronk. Like the first person I turned it, because I'm not interested anyway. Right? I'm really kind of pissed off at the whole NFL thing, and I turn on the screen. The first mug I see is that dope, where he's just sitting up there being
That'll ruin your day.
Gronky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, is he America of 2025? He is God, that's a guy that thrives in our modern America, what we've become now.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I turned it on and I didn't watch any pregame, which was absolute bliss because it's filler. It's like having a chicken pot pie with no chicken. Would that be accurate? Where it's all the flour and the minced vegetables and really nothing of real. Everything's soft. Yeah. Nothing was
no
with
bottom
substance,
crust.
No bottom crust, and especially no white meat chicken.
Delicious, savory chunks of white meat
but
chicken.
Lady Gaga sounds like it might have been.
That was nice. But there's just, I get more and more aware of it, and we are sort of, invested in Super Bowl production because we were forced to travel to so many of them.
Yeah.
And the hype around them, not the game itself.
Yeah.
But the hype that surrounds it. And you want to talk about manufactured fake excitement. That's what it's all about. And the NFL has got it like a fine running machine. They just know what to do.
And by the way, one of the great cities, as you know, I've done 2 live shows there. I mean, one of my favorite cities in the world. I love New Orleans. I love my visits to New Orleans. It's always fun to go there. But at the same time, this particular game, I think a lot of people that didn't have a rooting interest, either the Kansas City fans or the Eagles fans, were kind of like meh about the whole game. So I didn't care. So I didn't want to dwell on it. And then this is something I would never do. I wouldn't do it if there was a better game. I wouldn't do it if one of my teams was involved. Would never do this. We made, Carla, Michael, and myself, a snack run during the game.
During the game?
The cupboard was bare and the game was meh, so you might as well get your eat on a little bit. And we've got, as you know, right next door to the domicile, we have the Mart of Wall.
Yes.
And at the Mart of Wall, you can get all the nasty, bad-for-you, life-ending snacks that you can possibly want. And so
just snacks, no clothes or anything?
Didn't have time. I mean, I was curious enough about the game where
you wanted to get back.
Right here, buddy.
Yeah.
This is Walmart. This is Walmart.
Oh, I thought you were saying green for Philadelphia.
No, when you said clothing, though,
Yeah.
I did. So it was right there, and I was really.
What was the best snack you bought?
That was your dog or Josh's dog?
That's mine. The long guy.
What is the breed? What is the breed of your?
A Boykin.
A what?
A Boykin.
A Boykin Spaniel.
That sounds dirty.
Now, is that a Boinking Spaniel?
Boinking? Does that mean the dog has sex
boinking.
with other dogs a lot?
I don't know. I didn't. It's adopted. It's
and
my
not
step
just
dog.
dogs. Oh, you saved
It's a
it.
Boinkin. It's a boink.
Look out.
A Boinkin Spaniel.
Yeah. Didn't you have someone like that in your dorm?
We did. Yeah, we had a guy that was part of the American University Eagles soccer team. We called him the Boinkin Spaniel. He had some notches in his belt there, boy.
Look out there, boy.
Look out. Oh, God. But I was just really, because
you didn't say, what is the best snack you bought?
Okay, it was first quarter, and I said, Philly's up 7-0. I don't care. Let's go. Let's go. We missed something. So what? It doesn't matter. We went out and let's see. Between the three of us, it's going to be disappointing.
That's all right.
We got the Utz. Have you been to the Mart of Wall where they have the giant Utz cheese balls,
Seen it,
cheese
yes.
puff balls.
That's a family favorite.
And it's one of the, I think, as far as the flavor profile for cheese curls,
Yeah.
it's got the best flavor. And I just love
And
that it's a
the best
massive
container.
It's a great container, massive container filled with cheese puffs you can eat, which
Now,
is
when you-
really spectacular.
When you finish the cheese puffs, what do you use the container for?
You could use it for so many different. I wish it was right here. I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Great.
I did create a Halloween
Rob said
costume
great.
out of the cheese ball container this year.
What?
I did use a cheese ball container for a Halloween costume I created this year.
Share, because it's
I
big. It's a
used
big
it-
jug of cheese puffs.
It's big.
Yeah.
I put it on the end of a broomstick and painted it and to make a hammer, one of those Fortnite hammers.
Oh, I remember that you did that. Yeah.
Very boy,
Yeah.
he's super dad. That's a
He
super
is.
dad move right
Yeah.
there. I don't think I'd have the.
Oh, I might have
wherewithal
done
to
that
do
10 or 15 ago.
Yeah, I mean, when the kids were little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the cheese puffs. Then this is boring. Chips and queso. Yeah.
That's not boring.
Tortilla chips and queso.
Graham
That was
crackers would have been boring, but chips and
Did
queso
the-
is good.
Did the cheese balls make their way into the queso?
No, they did not. No, it was actually it was really kind of a boring thing. In fact, I was actually aware of that. By the way, not highly traveled at the Walmart, but enough people there. And the people that were there at my Mart of Wall did not seem to be. It didn't seem like they would have been really interested in the Super Bowl, perhaps in the World Cup.
Were they? Oh, I see. Were they very? Mike, how
Wrong
about if
football.
you took a chip
Right.
and you dipped it in the queso
Yeah.
and got a light coating of queso on about half the chip,
Yeah.
then touched it to the cheese balls. You
Yeah.
could probably get one or two cheese balls to stick to it. Then
Yeah.
you've got a magnificent thing.
I don't know if it would be magnificent because I would probably
texture,
be,
man.
but the flavor profiles might, it's not. It's
No.
certainly worth a try, and I
It's
think
some
we've got
cheese ball
everything you
nachos.
mentioned. We have leftovers, so we didn't kill everything there. And then let's see, my son, when we first walked in, sees the stack of pretty close to at least a day old Krispy Kremes. And we got the little half a dozen pack of
Yeah.
Krispy Kremes.
That's 6 of them.
So we brought those home.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Mrs. O'Mara had anything else. She didn't get the sweet snack. And then I got a pint of Talente, I think it's called, the gelato.
Yeah,
The,
yeah, I've heard of
gelato.
it.
And I got 2 flavors in case I didn't like the one. I ate the one. It was disappointing. I should have gotten the Ben & Jerry's. For the love of God, the man's just provided us with some of the greatest ice cream in
I was
the
going
world.
to say,
And
is that no longer in your freezer?
I was going to say, is it an option?
No, I didn't have an option. And let me say something about Ben & Jerry's at this Walmart. Guys,
Yes.
get your act together, all right? It's obviously popular. It's obviously your frozen dairy section with your Ben & Jerry's. It needs to be updated. The variety needs to be
can't do
stacked up in there. They can't. They suck ass.
I've
when it
never
comes
been to a
putting it up
grocery
there.
store that has the Ben & Jerry's properly organized because it moves so fast, and I think they are.
I'll give you that. How would you do it though? You've worked in the grocery game.
I
always call it
would-
the grocery game
It
when
is
we
a good
talk about
game. I would have on the top shelf your key movers, the ones that are always there.
Cookies and cream.
Chunky Monkey, Cherry
Yeah.
Garcia, all
Right.
of these. And then I would just do empty slots with the price, because the price is always going to be the same, beneath, because you can't organize them with the labels and everything because it's turning over so fast. So I'd try to keep them in stacks and rows, but I don't know that you could. I don't think the one thing you can't do is have a store label for all of them because they're
All
coming
right,
and going
so
all
you
the
would
time.
have just the top sellers up on top, and then a variety pack.
Yeah,
but a
on the bottom.
significant variety. You would
You
pay
know-
attention to the variety pack.
You
Yes.
know how I would fix it?
How?
I'd put little dividers in it, like when you go to 7-Eleven and they've got the sodas in little dividers. So the Cokes all stacked the same flavor. Coke's behind.
With
Yeah.
a spring load.
yeah. So the
I'm
Ben
not
& Jerry's
sure-
just pops out at you.
I think I've seen that, and that still gets out of the way because they're putting them in lazy and haphazard.
Yeah,
and God
but
forbid.
but at least you would have the rows organized, because when the rows get organized, you reach in, you take a look, you read the label, you put it back.
it won't work
gets,
because you stack them.
All right,
You got to
well,
stack them.
Does your soup aisle have the new display that has the cans on their sides?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they've They stack all the
Brand
same
new in
flavors.
1980.
Yeah. Hey, it's
I
new to
like
me.
I like the fact that both you guys track with the soup aisle, where I may not spend a lot of time in the soup aisle, so I don't
Gotta
have an
have
answer
soup.
for that.
Gotta have soup. Your chicken noodle, your tomato.
I got caramel and cookie, and then like a coconut. And I didn't eat the coconut. I ate the caramel, and it was a disappointment. I should have
Coconut
gone
ice
with
cream is
B
very
and J.
careful. You gotta
I
be
really
careful
should have
with
gone
it.
with the B
Yeah.
and J. But that was it.
Now, were you
and-
happy at all that Philly won because you love Bill Cosby
No.
so much?
No, most of the game when we got back home, I had in the background, and I would say the game was on. I hardly watched any of the second half. Hardly
You didn't
any
need
of
to.
it. I'd look up when something was happening, but it was just I was aware of the dominance of the Philadelphia Eagles defense against Patrick Mahomes. I was aware of the running up the score, which they did. It was a big surprise. Don't you think it was a big surprise that
The fact that it was
Philly
a
beat them
blowout
that
like
handily?
that? Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't the line was like a half a point, wasn't it?
Let me
It was
ask our
supposed to be
real
close.
sports guy.
The line was
what
6 points in
what was
favor of the
Mahomes'
Chiefs.
injury, Josh? What was that they kept talking about? Was it did he have an ankle problem?
No,
or
he
something
didn't have
like-
any injury.
He
He
didn't
just
have
had
any
a bad
injuries?
year. He just had a bad year.
Okay, all right. So it was terrible. He had a terrible game. Worst game ever.
The
No,
one
it's-
thing
it's
that
worst career game for him.
Yep.
The one thing I had that was fun is we had our friends Doug and Haiti over, and their daughter Bella lives in Philadelphia. She went to Temple, and she lives up there now as a nurse. And the game was all important to her. So the fact that her dad was texting back and forth and FaceTiming with her and watching someone who was really into the game, that was cool. But we had to be careful because I have an antenna for my television. And so I was like 40 seconds ahead of the people watching it on cable in Philly. So when he'd text, how about that touchdown? They didn't know about it yet. And they were getting really pissed at him.
So you were delayed, right?
No, we were ahead.
You were ahead.
Yeah.
You were ahead.
So he
Well,
was
that's
able to
good.
ruin plays.
You could give her a little head start for getting out to the lamppost.
Yeah, that's right.
Tearing it
The
down.
greased
Going-
lamppost.
going out
and my
there.
daughter, as I mentioned last week on the show, became an Eagles fan. I did not correspond with her. There's no need. She's not getting a congratulations from me. That will not happen. She is a Giants fan. She was raised a Giants fan, and that's unacceptable. Because
I
of
don't know. It seems like she's trying to corrupt Michael.
that's not going to happen. My son was cool with it. My son was cool. Makes the jokes about being a suffering Giants fan, so he's all in on that to a degree. I think there's part of him that wants to root for the winning team, but that was it.
It sounds like your daughter might be on that bandwagon.
No, because the guy that she dated for 5 years was, they watched he was a diehard, and they watched the games together. So she came along for that ride 5 years ago. So that doesn't count as a bandwagon, but it still pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But anything else that you guys want to throw in about the game? I don't have much to offer as far as that's concerned.
Did you see any? I hate to even broach it, but I'm
The
just
commercials?
curious. Did you see anything you liked?
I didn't. What did I see that I liked? I didn't. No, nothing that's monumental to me.
The only
Nothing
thing I
that's,
can do is think about when I woke up, what I remembered watching.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Right?
I liked one thing that I thought was funny is
A
that
lot of schmaltz, right, Rob?
there was a lot of schmaltz. They played
Yeah.
that card this year, but
Right.
one of the first spots was for Little Caesars, and Eugene Levy's eyebrows flew away.
I saw that. I saw
And
that.
it was pretty funny, but here's the thing: is obviously they don't talk to each other. In the second quarter, there was an ad where the mustache flew off.
That
a
was
can
my
of Pringles.
Yes.
But that was
Even
it
though
was
I
the
didn't see them all, I liked when the mustaches flew.
Right.
That
but
was,
it was
the
the same commercial.
Same commercial, though. That's what's so weird about it is that it
Was the?
essentially-
You mean the Eugene Levy was a Pringles commercial?
No. It was it
Little
was
Just the
Caesars.
same
concept.
idea that
Yeah,
facial
yeah.
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody became aware of something and they steal ideas from each other.
Yeah.
Which is
And-
not unusual in
And
radio.
the big
so-
thing is who gets it on first.
yeah,
Because
okay.
otherwise it takes. I liked the seal commercial. For
Seal as a
I think
seal.
it was Mountain Dew where they had seal as a seal.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked that.
Okay, all right. So meh.
And I really enjoyed the halftime show.
Kendrick Lamar.
I did, yes.
Okay, all right. Are you joking or are you
No, I'm
being-
serious.
Okay, because my kid loved it.
No, I
Yeah.
always heard great things about Kendrick, but never listened. And now I
That was
downloaded
another
the-
one where I was online. That counts as the second
Yeah.
half for me. I was online for the whole time. So I have a recap of the game in a second here, and that was that. And way to go, Philly. Congratulations. And the end of the dynasty, officially. No three-peat. No three-peat. There. That's for the Kansas City fans. I thought I'd just throw that in there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with more fun and thrills on the Mike O'Mara show.
Mike, we have a promo here. I'm sorry.
Thank you
not
for
to
sharing
tell
that,
you.
Rob.
The
I
latest
appreciate
bonus show is revealing, and with good reason, coming directly from the top.
Man, if you're a Mike O'Mara hater and you really want to hear me go off the rails, you might want to get yourself a subscription to the bonus show. You'll hear me really embarrass myself. So check it out.
But that's not all. Mike shares his favorite Super Bowl commercial.
The one that I really, really enjoyed is when McLean Stevenson was doing a commercial for Klondike ice cream bars. And he took a shit on one of them.
And the guys have a major announcement.
You want to make the announcement now?
Yep, here it comes.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
But you don't think I'm going to tell you. If you really want to know, subscribe to the bonus show. Get yours now at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
We're going into this with a positive attitude.
It's a weird energy on Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Wow. This program sponsored by Liquid IV. Now, I have a Yeti. I'm drinking it out of a Yeti because all the red cups are being laundered right now in the clothes washer.
Don't you send them out?
Yeah, no, I used to, but somebody warned me about the chemical composition
Yes, the
getting
dry
into the
cleaning.
plastic. So I got me my my Yeti right here and Liquid IV. That's lemon lime.
Your favorite.
I know this is my favorite. Peach. Liquid IV.
I know you like the
sugar-free,
peach, but you've got a
white-
relationship with the lemon lime.
White peach flavor. Yeah, because lemon lime was what I used for years and years.
Yes.
I love the white peach. It's just a great flavor profile, very unique. This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Ordered my Liquid IV through the Mike O'Mara Show website over the weekend. Now, if you're a first-timer doing that, you're going to get a great discount. We'll tell you about that in a second, but I love it. And do it your own way with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Lemony. Powered by Live Hydroscience, Liquid IV helps you break the mold. You know that I love Liquid IV. You see me drink it every day out of my Pizza Hut red cup, or in this case is my Yeti. It's the best. Keeps me going. You can choose from about 1 million flavors. I truly, truly, truly love Liquid IV, and I think you will too. Please get involved with the Liquid IV family. True to fruit flavors that keep you hydrated. Find all your favorite hydration multiplier flavors on their website, from grape to lemon lime to pina colada, or choose from their line of sugar-free flavors like raspberry lemonade, white peach, and rainbow sherbet. So much better than any sports drink. Plus, 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Don't think you don't need it. The dry air of winter will dehydrate you before you know it. Liquid IV to the rescue, and be like Rob. He plays in a sandbox filled with Liquid IV. He builds castles that smell like grape. It's a taste treat, and it's fun. It's not really a cost-effective way to use the product, but he does it anyway. No. Tear, pour, live more. Liquid IV. Embrace your rituals with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Now, before I hit the first sound effect, I want to make sure this is turned off today because I forgot to do it. Let's see.
Oh, the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth challenge. Mike, did you win the Bluetooth challenge?
What the hell was that?
That was a music bed. Did you win the Bluetooth challenge? There you go.
I'm really proud of myself that I
should
remembered
be.
that today. I feel like that I'm conquering the intergovernment here. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I feel happy.
It's a dementia thing. Hey, no team has ever won 3 straight Super Bowls. The Kansas City Chiefs had a chance to change that against the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59 last night, but they failed to show up at all in any way.
How do you feel when people say, yeah, but the Packers won 3 national championships in the 60s?
Doesn't count.
You don't think because it's a Super Bowl thing?
Super Bowl is the
Right.
Super Bowl. The Eagles were up 7-0 after the first quarter when the O'Meras went out for snacks. 24-0 at the half, and 34-0 with seconds left in the third quarter. That's when Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes finally started making some plays, but it was too labor, too labor. The Eagles even did the Gatorade shower with 3 minutes left to go in the game. That's very Eagles-like.
It is.
Right? Isn't it? Isn't that, that's like, that's not, that's to
I've
me
also never
untoward.
seen a Super Bowl where they put the backups in.
Yeah.
Where the
very
Eagles
rare.
just pulled everyone and
to
put
let
in.
a guy, that's a journeyman player get in and have his, have his chance to say I played in a Super Bowl. I think that's kind of cool that they did that. So the coach bath came, 3 minutes left in the game. The liquid was yellow-green. If you did one of those,
The original
silly prop
Gatorade,
bets.
yeah.
The final score: 40-22 Eagles. I remembered when I'm watching, I said they're going to put up a 40 spot. And they almost did. I mean, when they backed the kicker up and still got the great field goal kicker. Really,
Oh, he's awesome.
Man, when you make a 50-yarder and you make it like that, it's a statement. After the game, Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts named MVP. He threw for 221 yards, including 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 72 yards, plus a rushing touchdown. Mahomes actually ended up with more passing yards, 257, and more touchdowns, 3. But pretty much all of that was in garbage time after he was already down more than 30 points.
Well,
he also
those stats, Mike, they're good for second place.
They are. He also threw 2 interceptions, coughed up a fumble. It was arguably the worst game of his NFL career. He'd never been down by 34 points before. And for all the Swifties out there, tight end Travis Kelce was a non-factor. Although the Philadelphia defense made everyone look bad. Taylor Swift also got booed. But the defense didn't have anything to do with that. There was a slim opportunity for something magical. Tom Brady was one of the broadcasters, so people were talking about how Mahomes could have made a run at Brady's legacy if he would have stormed back from a 24-point deficit at the half or after being down 34-0. Brady and the New England Patriots were down 28-3 in the third quarter. Man, I still remember that one.
I do too.
Just collapsed by the Falcons in Super Bowl 51 before they miraculously came back to win 34-28. Clearly, that wasn't in the cards for Mahomes and the Chiefs. So, bye-bye. See you next year.
Why does it make me so happy to see Mahomes at odds like that?
Because I think that when a team gets that kind of adulation and then you combine it with the fact that they are on every commercial, that all their commercials are silly, and that your teams don't get there, that makes people bitter because we're Americans and we love to hate.
I look forward to Andy Reid's new commercial where he says, Choke-A-Rooski.
Hey, is that your own?
That's my own.
Is that your own? That's good. I like that
Thank
one.
you.
Really rubbing it in. Kanye West isn't about to be upstaged, not even by one of the biggest sporting events on the planet. Kanye kicked off Super Bowl weekend, going off on the Jews again. His barrage of garbage tweets included this one: I love Hitler. I'm a Nazi. Jesus Christ. He also admitted he's racist and said stereotypes exist for a reason and that Jewish people hate black people and they steal. Then he said anti-Semitism is just something the Jews made up, even as he was engaging in it.
Wow.
Jeez.
You know, what's surprising to me is all those statements were made on the Fox pregame show.
In a separate tweet, he said he has, quote, dominion over his wife. Oh, man, this guy.
He's a weirdo.
Kanye's tweets incurred the wrath of David Schwimmer. Oh, boy, that's who you want to go up against. He posted a message on Instagram asking Elon Musk to ban Kanye.
Yeah.
God almighty, is there anybody more powerful in America right now? I mean,
Than David
Elon,
Schwimmer?
help us. Emperor Elon, please. No, asking Elon Musk to ban Kanye. It's like, come on.
Schwimmer should start all of his Twitter tweets or X's or whatever they call them now with "Remember me?" ? Question mark, and then he should say what he says.
Wow. Man, here's what Schwimmer said. I don't know what's worse, the fact that he identifies as a Nazi, which implies he wants to exterminate all marginalized communities, including his own, or the fact that there's not sufficient outrage to remove and ban him from all social media at this point. Silence is complicity. I agree with that. He's an asshole, and he needs to be removed from this. I mean, because, look, I don't care if he's doing it, whether he's doing it because he's insane, whether he's doing that just to get views, or whether he's doing it because he truly believes what he says. As of last night, Elon hadn't banned Kanye, but he did unfollow him. Brave.
Oh, that's
how
something.
brave, Elon. But here's where the story gets a little crazy. Kanye's wife, Bianca Censori, actually issued a tweet of her own, and I'll lay it out here for you. You tell me what you think she's doing here.
All right.
Here's the quote. Lord, I lift up my husband to you with love and concern. Soften his heart, guide his words, and fill him with wisdom and kindness. Protect him from trouble and lead him toward understanding and respect for all people. Despite our differences, I love him unconditionally. Strengthen our bond and help me be a source of patience and encouragement. I trust in your grace to work in his heart. God bless Israel and all the good Jewish people. Amen. Well, that's a contradiction right there.
How
Kanye.
can you love someone that is so diametrically opposed to your beliefs? I don't see it.
That's the problem. People saw that post by her and saw it as a cry for help that she needs.
And
Someone
it could
needs
be.
to go rescue her.
It absolutely could be.
Was she
that's
holding
strange.
today's newspaper in the tweet?
Her
No, she
agent
was-
came out this morning and said it was not a cry for help.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's how people took it because it's so different.
Yeah, and was she wearing a see-through dress at the time that she was doing that?
Well, thanks to the Dominion, whatever Kanye wanted.
Yes, the Dominion
And
over his wife.
The agent was also wearing a see-through bodysuit.
Rob, you know who my favorite actor is, Denzel Washington.
Yes.
When there is an equal, we probably had the last one, so we're not going to get any more equalizers, but I love Denzel. I didn't like Gladiator 2, but I like Denzel. He's dealing with a minor medical issue. Maybe not so minor, but anyway, he almost bit his own tongue off, he says. He didn't say how or why it happened, which is a drag. I'd love to hear the backstory. That's what most people want to know. But he said, quote, I bit my tongue almost half off a few months ago. It's affecting my speech. It forces me to slow down. I have to use it. Denzel is currently preparing to open a new Broadway production of Othello, and some of Shakespeare's lines are giving his swollen tongue trouble, like this one. Whither will you that I go to answer your charge? It's whither will you that I go to answer? This is your charge. Boy, this is why I had trouble in Shakespeare. I'm trying to say, you might know better than I. Whither will you that I go to answer? This your. Oh, no, I didn't read it correctly.
Okay.
Whither will you that I go to answer this your charge? Is that? Do you want me to answer you? Would you want me to answer that?
I think it's whether or not I answer that. Your charge. It would be your
Whither
like an
will
accusation.
you? Do you want me to answer that or not?
Yeah, I think that's what.
Right?
It is. I think so.
That's like Shakespeare class, isn't it? When you're sitting in
Well,
there
you
trying
know
to
what? It
figure out
makes
what's going
sense
on.
when you read it. Shakespeare really needs to be read aloud, I think,
Yeah,
for you to understand
but it's tough.
it.
Yeah, I found
It
it
is
difficult.
tough.
I found it really,
Yeah.
really tough. But also at the same time, I loved the exercise, so I enjoyed studying that. And I wish, I don't wish that I'd pursued it, but I always found it fascinating because you're right. You read it out loud, and then you kind of. It's related.
Context clues, yeah.
You just got to kind of pursue it.
One
and
of the
see what's
greatest
gonna happen.
lines in Othello, and I hope he does it okay, is "Hark! I hear the cannons roar. The king approaches."
And then there's a joke that I tell called "Hark is that thunder I hear." Have I ever told you that joke?
I vaguely remember.
I
it.
will, for bonus show subscribers.
Okay, good.
I will tell that joke on the bonus show this week.
I will make a note
Oh,
of it.
can I just, before we finish with the news here?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're responding to our bonus show subscriptions. We're putting on TMOS extras. This week, I've got one for all you lefties out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't engage in it often on the regular show because I don't think that is what's needed for my listeners right now, and I don't think I'm going to change the world by doing it here. However, I do need to vent. And I will be venting for you as Rob and I do a TMOS Extra, the politics program. That's going to be coming up this week on TMOS Extras. But the bonus show subscriptions, you're paying attention to it. You're re-upping, and some new people are joining the fray, too. We're going to be doing more and more exclusive stuff for our bonus show subscribers. So please, if you're on the fence and you're sitting there and you want to do a bonus show subscription, we urge you to do so.
Please.
It's the engine that drives this, and great news from Josh over the weekend that you're responding to this, the greater amounts of content, and please keep it coming. We need every little bit. Just wanted to share that with all of you. Traffic around the country might be a little lighter today with so many people skipping work. Is that manufactured by the NFL?
Yeah.
I think it is, too. That could be, and that could be good news for your waistline. A new study in the Journal of Urban Economics found heavy traffic makes us gain weight.
How?
I don't know. It all comes down to meal choices. Researchers looked at 3 years' worth of traffic and GPS data, and they found heavy traffic made people more likely to eat fast food.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
Especially for Din Din. They think it's because you're less likely to want to cook when you've been stuck in traffic. I couldn't agree with that more. Like, I'm getting home late. Do I really want to cook now? People were also less likely to swing by the grocery store when traffic was bad, so they think it's even more evidence that it's true. I don't disagree with that. I believe that 100%.
When sitting in traffic, I would consider taking the exit and grabbing some food just so I have something to do while I'm sitting in the Beltway.
Yeah. And if you got something in there, that's it. Do you agree, Rob? You seem
I do,
reticent.
and I was thinking about it, but I don't know that it would be making you not want to cook. I think it's a laziness thing, and you've got your energy sort of zapped from you when you're in the traffic. So I think it makes perfect sense. But I have to ask this: I don't commute, and look at me. So
there it is. Finally today, ladies and gentlemen, CNN.com did a story on a hot air balloon company in California that lets you join the Mile High Club. It's called Magical Adventure Balloon Rides, based about 90 miles southeast of L.A. in Temecula. I think that's a porn area, isn't it?
it's a great city, Mike.
Temecula.
Yeah.
Temecula. Porn is made right here, Temecula. You won't have to hide what you're doing. It's called the Mile High Flight because they know that's what you're up there to do. Obviously, there's a pilot with you, but don't worry. He's behind a screen with earmuffs on to give you some privacy. Gross.
Those baskets are pretty small, too.
They are small, but their balloons normally stop at around 3,000 feet up. But their mile-high trip goes to 5,280 feet.
Because that's a mile, you see.
Yeah, very good. To give you the full experience, the whole flight is 3 hours long. Pricing for 2 passengers starts at $1,400.
Gross.
Wow. Or if you're really getting freaky, you can bring a third person for an extra $159 or a fourth for another $159. They say the basket fits up to 10 people, but I don't think it does lying down. Get it? Yeah. Up till now, they haven't been able to eliminate a major problem, though, that they're working on.
There's a problem?
Yeah, those pesky ass splinters. Hey, David.
I would just say, please, hose down the basket.
Right. Kanye was going to, take Bianca Sensori up in that balloon, but then he found out that it was run by Jews.
Yeah,
so he decided not
can't
to.
Do it.
God almighty, what a weird world. We'll be right back, everybody. Time to talk about Orgain. One of the biggest challenges to eating better is that so many better-for-you products taste disgusting. Yeah. Well, there's a brand that has cracked the code on providing real nutrition that also tastes incredible. I am talking about Orgain, people. Do they teach you that? Do they teach you that in school?
Brad.
Incredible. I love Orgain. Orgain's 30-gram protein shakes are an excellent source of complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids. You drink it semi-regularly, don't you, Rob Spiewak?
Every morning I grab one. I don't have time to cook
morning.
breakfast, so I grab one out of the fridge. Tastes great, and it gets you going.
It gives Rob energy, provides muscle support and recovery, helps manage hunger. I drink it, too. It promotes healthy weight management. Orgain is convenient. Real nutrition with only 1 gram of sugar per serving and no soy ingredients or artificial flavors or sweeteners. 30 grams of protein. Tastes amazing. Orgain. I ain't wearing a pillow. I'm drinking Orgain vanilla. Doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't, but
weight.
I like you being Fred.
I ain't
Mertz.
wearing a pillow. That is William Frawley from I Love Lucy's
I
Christmas
called him
special.
Bill
Frawley. Orgain 30-gram protein shakes available at Costco or Orgain.com. If you want to get in on the wonderful protein-packed nutrition today, just head to Orgain.com/TMOS. That's our code. Once you're there, look around to get some Orgain in your cart, then head to checkout. When you are prompted to, use the promo code TMOS30, not the regular TMOS. Remember that, TMOS30. I'm telling you that, and I'm slowing down to let you know that, so you will get 30% off your order. Remember, 30% off, ORGAIN.com/TMOS30, the promo code. You do /TMOS, and then you put the code TMOS30. Am I right about that? Want to make sure I get it right. Mm-hmm. Make sure you use the promo code TMOS30 during checkout so they know that we sent you, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever anybody brings in a new toy, I have to jump right into it, and Rob said he has a brand new toy. By the way, there's a lot of stuff going on with Josh Soroka that we're going to try to get to tomorrow. He's got a newsletter that goes out every week now. Lots of stuff happening on the show. If I didn't share it with Josh via text, I will tell you I'm pretty excited, Josh, about everything you're doing for the show, and I want to say thank you about that.
Oh, yeah,
and we're putting you in the intro because of it. But, Rob, you're bringing in a brand new toy today?
Yes. Mike, how many record players, phonographs, do you think a house should have? I mean, you live in a house of 3. Now I live in a house of 2, once 4.
You bought me one for a gift, and I think it's in storage or up in Maine. I'm not sure, but
it's a great one. I have one of that model myself.
We don't use it, and I at one point in the old house, I set up I actually bought a little cabinet, a little small cabinet, just to sit the turntable on. And then I just didn't stay with it. You, on the other hand, I know have been...
Well, I've never stopped collecting vinyl since I was a kid.
Yeah, you've been a vinyl file for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I bought CDs, but I always bought records. There's never a time when I didn't have a functioning turntable in my life. And now I have in my house, I have 2 down here in the basement. One is especially for 78s, but it can play all formats. A record player in my jukebox, close and play, and my dad's dual upstairs. I have a mini record player, and that
What's
makes
the dual upstairs? What's
the
that?
dual upstairs? It's an international audio. I'm sorry, not international, national audio, I guess, but it's a dual 1228 turntable. I think that's about 3 days older than me. My dad bought it when my mom was pregnant.
And what is a dual turntable?
Right. Does that mean
dual?
It plays
That's
2?
a brand. No, it's a brand. DUAL. Yeah.
Oh, it
and
is.
it's
Okay.
I had it totally rebuilt. It's magnificent. It's
And
so
is it a
great.
one piece that the speakers built in?
No. It goes into an amp and then to
Okay.
speakers.
All right.
But it's a
Okay.
beautiful thing. Hardwood plinth, as they say. But
Can I ask you this though?
Yeah.
Like when you have people over or you're playing it yourself, do you have the stack ups where you
I
ever
can
do
do
that
that.
with albums, or do
Yeah.
you just go over there and start it all?
But I
over
can also
again?
flip them if I want to. I've got a stack. On
That's why
the
I don't
dual.
use mine that often.
Because it's a pain in the
Because
ass.
it's a pain. I'm going to have to go flip the vinyl. And
But I love that. That's part of the process. You get to know it. It's very tactile. It's it's like you got big cover art and you can look
Okay.
at it.
All right.
But I saw this on the Five Below website. Now this is not Five Below. This was $25.
that's from their Beyond section.
Oh, is that what it is, Josh?
Yeah.
I didn't
The more
realize that.
expensive part of Five Below is called Beyond.
Okay, so it's not below. So this
No.
was $25. And Mike, I want to introduce you to my new vertical record player. Look at this.
Perfect for a college dorm.
Yeah, it is. It takes up no space, and the record actually plays vertically.
Any change in sound quality with
Yeah,
that?
it sucks. But the problem is that I would never put.
Can you
any-
put that closer to the camera
Yeah,
so we can
sure.
really get a look at what it is? Lift it up so we can see the mechanism.
That's
Now,
the tone arm.
Can you turn it around so we can
Sure.
see the? Oh, that's the tone arm. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's
Can
okay.
you,
I get
Can
it.
you turn it on?
Yeah, I can. As a matter of fact.
And is the speaker built in?
There are built-in speakers, yes, but I have
Right.
to hold it. It just got unplugged.
Here, I'll imitate the sound he's going.
No. So turn it on, and then hold it. I think it's this button that makes it start spinning. Okay, it's spinning, and now, Mike, I'll lift it in a second.
Once you put the microphone down near it.
But
Where's
how
the
cool
arm?
is it? The arm is there.
Oh,
And
But
it
it is
locks in.
Yeah, it's exactly
What's the what are you
vertical.
playing? What is that?
This is Elvis. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Elvis's Gold Records Volume 2.
If you have you played it through an amp?
No, that's one of the reasons it costs $25. There's no output.
But it's battery operated or is it AC?
It's electric or USB.
oh, and it says it's got a Bluetooth output as well.
Yeah, but
about
that's
that?
stupid. I did the Bluetooth output.
Too modern. That damn Bluetooth.
No, I did it, but all it did was it didn't send the record to a Bluetooth device. It played my phone. So I'm using what? I want to use this crappy speaker for my
so
Bluetooth listening? It seems to be rather backwards.
He's an interesting chap, isn't he, Josh? He's an interesting man.
But it's
He's
so
got his
cool.
loves, you know.
You've got like the lockdown thing is a big.
By the way, do you
thing.
show your wife when you make one of those purchases? Well,
No, no.
I-
No, not at all.
like I imagine you coming in, Carrie. Look what I got at the Five Below, and she would probably shake her head. Roof.
No,
The
so
only
you
discussion
got that
was
for
had.
$5,
No,
and then
the only
you just walk off.
the only discussion was had is she's looking through the statements as she does. Sorry about that. As she does about 6 times a day, and she says, "Did you go to Five Below?" I said, "Yep," and then I walked out of the room. to just put it down. But I love
Did you see
it.
this online and then make a trip to Five Below? Or
No,
is
I
Five
didn't even
Below
go to Five Below. I had it
normally your plan?
shipped. I had it shipped.
Oh, you bought it online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they ran out of them in my local Five Below.
Oh, so they were at Five Below,
So-
but they didn't.
Yes. So, but I recommend it, but not with any records that you truly care about. This is not an original.
That'll appreciate in value, not.
Mike, how dare you?
There you go. We have to take a break. When we
I know,
come back,
sorry. Record
later-
player was in the way of the button.
That's no problem at all. I have no problem with that. We're going to have a little more from Rob Spiewak, and I'm going to tell you about my son's middle school dance.
And we got to squeeze in some TMOS love.
Some
the
TMOS love. Ooh, I like that. Well, then when you say that, you know how to get to the top of the food chain. We'll do that when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. But now I want to tell you about Derm Glow. Listen up, beautiful maniacs. Derm Glow Skin loves new beginnings. So, what are your aspirations for the future? Derm Glow Skin and my bride, Carla, back from all of her company people in California. They're here to empower you, whether you resolve to lose a pound or 100, even 200 pounds. I'm a client, by the way. Carla is dedicated to guiding you. She gave me an actual real compliment when I picked her up at the airport. She said, "I hardly recognized you. You look so good." I don't know if that's from the back of the hand, but it sounds like it might.
Carrie
have been.
told me when she saw me after she'd been away for a day, she says, you don't sweat much for a fat guy.
Let Derm Glow Skin be your partner for all your peptide needs. Explore semaglutide, tirzepatide, samorelin, B12, NAD+, synapsin, glutathione, PT141, and the most amazing variety of skincare products. I use the Repair Bar, I use the Citrus Scrub, and I also use the Sun Guard when I'm going to be out there on the golf course all day long. All delivered to your doorstep. You can experience the comfort of transformation. I don't spend enough time talking about the skincare stuff that she sells you because it is really good stuff. And I wouldn't use it, and I certainly wouldn't continue to use it if I didn't love it. The Repair Bar and the Citrus Scrub, absolutely incredible. I use them in the shower. They look great. And then the Sun Guard, I can put it on right after the shower, and I can wear it all day long.
You should put that up on TikTok, you using it in the shower. It would sell
That's
a
a
lot of
wonderful
product.
idea. Or OnlyFans. I'll put it on my OnlyFans account. Yeah, right next to the peptides button. I'm Mike O'Mara, and I look so good now. I have been voted MVP.
Hey, great.
Most vivacious pretty boy. I'll see you at the clubs, honey. Now, go in peace. Josh said he had some TMOS love. I want to
Yep.
hear
Yeah,
about that,
I love
too.
love.
I've got 2 entries for you.
You
And
do.
up first is Ian.
All right, let's take a look.
All right, thank you.
I love TMOS because The show has been there to make me laugh during some of the hardest times in my life. From December 7th, 2009, the day which will live in infamy because I got a concussion in high school gym. My time in the military to include a deployment and a year-long stint in Korea. And most recently, the passing of my father. The show has always made me laugh when I needed it the most. And I have met some of the most amazing people within the community, to include, but not limited to, Dennis Murphy, Tony Lamb, and the Kelseys. I wouldn't be in the position where I am right now in my life, which I think is pretty great, without the show and the support the community has shown.
That to me is the prototype for somebody to. That is so terrific, and I didn't realize until this very moment that is an injection of joy into me hosting this show. That if you want to know a reason to get up in the morning, Ian, that's it right there. Thank you so much for your honesty and for sharing that. And people get back to us all the time with that comment that it's the community.
I got one last night.
Yep.
I got a message last night from Matthew Kike to let me know he's the one who had the house fire a couple months ago.
Yes.
And to let me know that not Aesop, who's in the chat every morning, sent him some money.
Oh,
for
that's
the house.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Sweet. I mean, it's just really terrific to hear that. We're doing this all the way through to Valentine's Day. Then we're going to put all the entries on a wheel, and we're going to have the TMOS prize pack, including this custom hat. This a limited edition hat that we have for the I Love TMOS, and we're going to be giving that away on right before Valentine's Day.
Now, would you like to see Stan, who took a different approach?
I'd love to see it. That's the nice thing.
Before we go away, though,
cool.
I question one thing from Ian, is that he doesn't look old enough to have served in Korea. I don't know.
Rob, there's a base there. So
how's that?
It doesn't have to be the Korean conflict.
We never left.
Okay. Do you think he had that beard when he was in the Army?
Doubtful.
Okay, thank you. Who's our next fellow?
Well, this guy might have been to Korea.
Welcome to the
let's
Old
check.
Man Podcast Review. I'm Stan Burke, and today we're going to be reviewing the Mike O'Mara podcast, The Mike O'Mara Show. TMOS, as it's commonly called, has been around for a long time. It's really an old man as far as podcasting is concerned. I think they started in 1963. The producer, Josh, he's 45, so he doesn't exactly fit into our demographic, but he's got a conservative bent to the way he thinks, so he feels like an old man and sensible. The co-host, Rob, that's with 2 B's.
Thank you.
He's a Pisces, and he's in his 50s, but he behaves like he's in his 80s, so we welcome him to the club. Mike O'Mara, he's 65, which means he's just stepped off the train into old man station. But he's grumpy, he's pissy, and he lives in Florida. That's an old man to me. All in all, the Mike O'Mara Show is great entertainment for guys like you and me. I give it 5 rascals. Find it wherever you find your favorite podcasts. I'm Stan Burke, and this has been the Old Man Podcast Review.
That is beautiful.
Love it.
That is beautiful. Keep them coming, folks. TMOS Love Contest going on now. The only contest means we're going to put you on a wheel and spin and see you guys. I wish everybody could get a prize.
He gave us
fantastic.
5 rascals.
That's awesome. I love that. Please keep them coming. We really, really do appreciate that, and it's fantastic. Tomorrow, I'm going to tease something because we have to go to another break here and then get Rob's beautiful video on. But I want to tease this. Because this joint, my son and I visited over the weekend. Mama was out of town. Not many meals cooked in the domicile.
Probably the reason that the cabinet was bare on Super Bowl Sunday.
It's exactly the reason the cabinet. But the cabinet is more bare now than it ever has been. With grocery shopping now, we kind of we shop for our groceries on an as needed basis.
I hear you.
With Carla's schedule in mind. So it was off to a restaurant where we have what we like to call dinner. It was not lunch, not dinner. It was a combination of both. About 2:00 in the afternoon, which, by the way, prime eating time in Florida starts at 1 and goes up till 7 o'clock. That's the way it goes. But we went to a place. I'll let you guess, and then I'll offer my review tomorrow on the show.
Well, the obvious choice is Buckets.
Buckets is not correct.
Is it a Buckets-like organization, or is it a chain restaurant? It is not a
Buckets-like organization.
Is it time to take Michael to Hooters?
It is not, and I'm not sure whether Mrs. O'Mara, if she got wind of that, would allow that. And I think even if she was allowing it, I may wait maybe 1 year longer for that. Rob said,
chain restaurant.
A chain. It is a chain restaurant.
Okay, is it an Applebee's?
It is not Applebee's.
Am I getting warmer?
Is it a Chili's?
It is not a Chili's. You're in the same ballpark there, but it is not Chili's.
Is it Ford's Fish Shack?
It is not Ford's Fish Shack. You mean Doc
Garage?
Ford's?
I think so. I think.
Do you know of Doc Ford? Do you remember that? Were you basing that on something? Because there is a Doc Ford. Ford had a place down here. So there's Ford's garage,
there's
Doc Ford's seafood restaurant. There are two Ford restaurants down here, Rob.
There's another Fish Shack up here. I doubt it's related.
Okay. All right.
Okay. How about is it any sort of ethnic food?
It is.
Was it Chinese food?
It was not Chinese food.
Was it Mexican food?
No, don't ask. You're not allowed to ask any questions. You just have to guess.
Okay. It was Carrabba's.
You're getting warmer.
Was it Olive Garden?
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Olive Garden.
Yes.
Tomorrow on the show, which was lovely. I will.
We got there pretty quick.
You did. You did. It's how many chains are successful and so good. We will.
With those free breadsticks, I bet they didn't make any money on you.
I'll tell you this though, my review begins as soon as I walk through the door. We'll see you tomorrow for that, and we'll come back with Rob's beautiful video right here. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the most important part of the review is when I walk through the door. Do you need a break from the stress of modern life? Shimmerwood Beverages creates CBD-infused seltzers crafted with a full-spectrum CBD to provide a calming effect that helps reduce stress, eases tension, and promotes a sense of well-being without any intoxicating effects. Twice recognized by Forbes as the #1 CBD beverage in the U.S. and the best lower-potency option, Shimmerwood combines innovative wellness with delicious flavors. Each can blends locally sourced Maine fruit and cocktail bitters with full-spectrum CBD, delivering a clean, complex flavor that makes every sip enjoyable and relaxing, with unique options like Raz Lime, Chai Cherry, Ginger Orange, and just hemp. Shimmerwood offers a flavorful, health-conscious alternative to soft drinks or alcohol without added sugars, caffeine, or artificial flavors. Shimmerwood's award-winning CBD seltzers combine full-spectrum CBD with natural fruit shrubs, delivering a refreshing, stress-relieving drink that eases tension and promotes relaxation. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code TMOS at shimmerwood.com. Order some today because it really helps us out. Shimmerwood.com and code TMOS. That's spelled SHIMMER Wood, WOOD.com. Not like David Schwimmer also mentioned during the show.
No.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Get the beautiful
It's
video.
beautiful.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Cherry time.
Beatles jingle.
Close your eyes and listen to the Beatles. They're having a ball right here with us. 77 WABC. The Mike O'Mara Show. TMOS.
When Mike emails me over the downtime known as the weekend, usually it's something that's bad. But this time it was very good. It was a Christmas time video from Mike's favorite comic.
I'm over here now because you said. Huh? No, I'm over here now.
You know,
He's really just like one of
I'm
the
on
jerky
his feed,
boys.
whatever. I get, but he does the whiny dice voice.
Yes,
where he's just on the streets of New York and goes, "Do you want a picture with me? Do you want a picture with me? How are you doing? I thought you wanted a picture with me." And he's got those massive glasses,
Yep.
and he's everywhere. This is to me, and I was a fan back in the day, and then I
Yes.
wasn't a fan anymore. This to me is my favorite incarnation of him because it's his way of using social media, and it's so dice-like. I'll
He really does. He appears unhomed when he gets just out there.
He does. And roll it one more time. Let's take another piece.
I'm over here now because you said.
I'm over here now.
No, I'm over here now.
They don't know what to make of it. No, I'm over here now.
And obviously,
is that the bit that he did on Opie and Anthony?
His bit was that.
What was the bit? Because I used to mock it. I don't know where it came
He
from.
said it.
I'm
It was
over here
from
now.
It was on O&A, and he used to say that when he would shift topics, and people didn't follow him, like in his act. Like if he was talking about like how he hates his girlfriend.
Okay. So
and then
I'm
he'd
over
move
here
on to
now.
his. And now I'm over here now. Okay. One more
Can I
time.
get a 3-for on that one, please?
I'm over here now because you said. Huh? No, I'm over here now.
I liked it
You
3
know what's
times.
great is
God.
that even if they don't appear to know who he is,
Yeah.
but if they did know who he was, would it be any different?
It
I don't
wouldn't.
think so.
It's funny.
No.
It's just dice walking
It's
around
just
New
like
York.
with the you want a picture. He finds people who clearly will have no clue who
Yeah,
he is.
the guy walking away. You sure
Yeah.
you don't want the picture? You want a picture of me? It's funny. Love
Okay.
it. Love it. Love it.
Mike, there are several things that can ruin a vacation. I would say getting ill is one of them. And that's to add insult to injury. This poor guy, he won a free cruise on Norwegian Cruise Lines. It was free. But how free was it?
Soda Man is saddled with
This lady.
thousands of dollars in medical bills after becoming ill on a cruise. Now, as Joe McCoy explains,
Whoops.
it's raising questions about what protections you really need when you set sail.
When Mike Cameron and his girlfriend Tamara won a week-long Norwegian cruise through a casino giveaway, the couple had a good reason to celebrate.
We were celebrating the fact that she beat lung cancer.
But that cruise in early January
I'm not really sure what to do or where to go.
turned into a vacation Mike isn't sure he can financially recover from.
I had a couple IVs in me, and they had placed a catheter in me, which I'm not sure is necessary for the flu, but that's what they did.
Mike got the flu on board and received 3 days of medical treatment. An hour before disembarking, he received a medical bill for $47,000.
We had traveler's insurance. I was supposed to have $20,000 worth of coverage, but I so far can't get them to pay.
What do people who are traveling internationally need to know so that this doesn't happen to them?
In the evolution of health insurance plans, your major medical plans really don't include international travel.
So $47,000
By
for
the
a
way,
free cruise.
nice help. Thanks, expert. Most of them don't include it. Thank you.
Oh.
So don't get on a ship.
It helps me. I'm making a note because I'm traveling internationally later.
Where are you going now? Where are you Where are you off to next?
And I think I haven't told you guys yet. I think it's the end of May, early June. I'm going to Europe.
Jeez, you are
Wow.
My God.
Yeah.
What part?
I don't know. No, London, Paris, and a bunch of towns in Italy.
Yeah. Wow. Mike, New York, Paris, London, Munich, everyone talk about pop music.
Pop music. Talk about pop music. That's cool. Will we get a little taste of that on this show? Will
Yeah.
we?
No,
That's
I'm going to
awesome.
try to check in as much as possible.
Oh, that's exciting. That's
stay
exciting.
involved.
I love that, Josh. We'll have to, get some video.
I'm over here now because you said. Huh? No, I'm over here now.
Well, I'm excited
when to cut
about
his
that.
videos.
That's very, very cool. Very cool. I like
And
that.
let's close with this. I don't know if you've ever had the deal where like your parent is telling you how to parent your kid, like a grandparent is giving you advice. And this is a sort of just a boomer mom needs to learn about millennial parenting.
We don't say be careful anymore. Instead, say, what's your plan here?
I don't even know my plan. Do you know your plan? Don't stop. Hit your sister.
Don't say stop, say gentle.
Gentle what?
Gentle hands.
Gentle hands is gentle.
Everything. Gentle everything.
I am so proud of you.
You're not supposed to tell kids you're proud of them anymore. That's putting the focus on you.
What?
I'm so proud. Don't say that.
What should I say instead?
You should be so proud.
I am so proud.
No, it's back on you again.
Hey, hurry up. We gotta go.
Don't rush. We're fine. Don't rush her. Fine.
Look, I thought we were in a hurry.
If you rush children, it makes them anxious. No hurry. You always rush us. We're anxious.
Never rushed you. We were always late.
Exactly. And I was anxious because we were always late.
What am I supposed to say then?
Gentle.
This way.
Good choice.
Thank you.
She's great.
Say good
Well,
choice.
and this is real.
Watch out.
Do you feel safe here?
I don't feel safe about any of this shit.
And that's
Beautifully done.
That's
Beautifully
how you
done.
parent nowadays.
That's a good video segment, Rob. That was fantastic. That was fun. All
Was
right, we
it
gotta-
worth $47,000?
Please, oh my God! Please remind me at the beginning of tomorrow's show for my little Olive Garden review. Lovely. We will be in for that. It's not like I'm the first. We will be back with a brand new episode tomorrow. Thanks again to our bonus show subscribers and to the people that are signing up for the first time, and for people that have been on the sidelines for a little bit and are joining us again. Bonus show subscriptions are the engine that drives this car. So we appreciate that. Let's get 5 of them today. Let's get 5 new subscriptions today. That's all we want. We're not greedy. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak. Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Take care, folks.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara bonus show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I'm over here now.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Mike is very, very, very attractive.
How about that?
Lekker.